Hello, welcome to the stream. I didn't quite make it back there. I tried my very hardest. But I've got a lot of love early here. What have we got? 14 comments I've missed out on here. Let's go for them all, shall we? Hi, you're the best graphic designer. Big up. Can't wait for the stream. Thank you for that. Oh, man. Who would be messaging me at a time like this? Doesn't matter though. Hello, Garnacho. Topsy Hussein, welcome. Wayne Rooney just lost to 4-0. 4-0 to Sheffield in his first game. Who does he manage now? Oh, he managed Plymouth then. That is rough. I don't really care. That's Wayne Rooney. Why did it restart? I have it on loop just in case. Don't worry though. Restarted and I stop it though after the first one just in case. By the way, apparently Rocket Seller was leaving. Awesome. Hi, Connect. To see if I wouldn't blame Evans, he's a CB. And not so, but I'm blaming Sancho. You're the GOAT, thank you. Thank you. But either way, guys, look, just FYI before we do get into this, big up for 570 subs. It's huge. And I would like to confirm that, what did I want to confirm? Before we get into this, sadly, I don't have as much to talk about in this stream that I normally would like to. I do have 5 sets of graphics, though, prepped for you guys. They're not exactly flourished with information, but I put together what I could because I wanted to get something out today. I hope everyone's feeling good after yesterday's win against Man United. It's always nice. It is boiling in here. I'm going to open that door. Don't worry, no timer. Got me 1 sec. You'll still be able to hear me. Oh, thank you, Nick. There we go. Voila. Now, I'm hoping no flies want my business, but here we go. Click that. Do you use Adobe Photoshop? No, I don't. I don't actually. I use what I use to make my graphics called Canva. I'm not going to hide it, you know. How do you get that wallpaper in the back? What, this? This is a green screen. Look, I'll peel down the green screen a little bit. So not much. There you go. Yeah, there's a whole area behind this. But it's a green screen and then through StreamYard. And then, yeah, sorry, it's all through StreamYard that does it. It's really useful. Apparently, Joker says, Stephen, do you think he'll still be in the squad on Sunday against Chelsea? I don't know. It really depends on how quickly the deal moves. What did I think of Savinho? He looked promising. Look, I'm not going to be overcritical on him. Do I think he maybe made a couple of mistakes? Yeah, but I expect that on a debut. You know, some debuts, they go amazingly and they absolutely smash it every time. But some debuts just aren't like that. How many people you have mod on your channel? Surely like 4 max. I do have quite a few, to be honest. And I am looking to cut down on that. Not tons. I'm still going to have a select few. I already have in mind who my select few are. But yeah, I'm only cutting out on a few. It's Canva's what I use for thumbnails, but on iPhone, no. I use it on my computer. It's so much easier. I do have it on my phone, just in case of emergencies. But other than that, you know, I made a graphic during. I was in the cinema with my friends, and then a bit of news about Ederson came out. Brought out my phone, and I just made a graphic for it. So. Can I still be mod? I'll be really sad if I don't. Well, don't worry. Look, anyone who's super regular will keep their mod. Even people that are regular probably won't just get given mod. I'm trying to, you know, that was an old habit for regular viewers, but yeah, I will be cutting down on the mods, but not big time. There'll still be a few. Ederson did good in the penalty shootout. He did very well taking penalty. MCFC Connect. Now I understand why Man City fans are so hyped about about Savinho. He impresses me, but I don't see him as a starter. Personally, I do not think he should start against Chelsea. Not because he wasn't good, not because he didn't show any signs, but because I want Jack Grealish to play if he's fit. If he isn't, then we can have the discussion. But no matter what, Oscar Bob starts on the right. There you go. Spoiler alert for my eventual preview for the Chelsea match. Oscar Bob should start on that right wing. It's a bit silly if he doesn't. Garnacho's goal was a nice goal, to be fair. It was a good run. Bonjour, Frost Fury, with the trophy now. Fair play. Ederson's a great pen taker, absolutely. All right, then let's get into the transfer news. Like I said, I don't have tons to talk about, and I'm gonna get kind of a story I've basically covered all summer out the way to begin, which is Ederson. I'm not going to spend tons of time on this because you've heard it all before. What I will say though, wait, no, that's good, that's fine. Sorry, I thought I made an error. Pep Guardiola said yesterday that he will be staying Ederson. He's not leaving. He is remaining a Blue and will be staying this season, which was big news. I wanted that, and I'm sure if you also wanted that. I'm now starting to rate Bob very highly. Yeah, so am I. I made that video a few months back. You know, I'm kind of happy I made that video, to be honest. I made that video a few months back saying that Oscar Bob was City's next star boy. Hopefully Pep signs the extension. Do you think Harry Kane will ever win a trophy? He's got to. At Bayern Munich, he's got to. Yes, last season must have just been an anomaly for Bayern. Write it off. Did Ederson want to leave? Ish. It wasn't like, please get me out of the club. It was more just like, I'm not ready for something new, but yeah, if nothing can happen, then I'm more than happy to stay. Kind of like Bernardo. You should sign Camavinga, sell Cancelo, give Rico some games. Camavinga would cost us an arm and a leg, although we do have enough to spend, to be honest, with all we've sold. But just to finish off on Ederson, whole player wants to go to Saudi. Fair play for getting the bag. Welcome to the chat, Cody Drummer. Big up to everyone tuning in. It was the Anana pen. I saw that Frost. I haven't watched Full 14s in a while. I used to watch them a lot. But I haven't watched them in a while. Maybe I've outgrown them. But they are legends of like football YouTube. Just to finish off on Ederson though. Ederson, I don't think this will be the last we hear of Ederson potentially leaving. I expect all this to come back next summer. I'll say that now. 1 year from now. Well, not even that. 11, 10 months, 9 months. You will see this come back. He'll have 1 year probably on his contract by then if he hasn't signed an extension. And Saudi will be sniffing that all up. Bold prediction, Bob gets more than 15 GNA in all predictions. I would like that. That would be amazing for him. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and agree. But what I will say is that won't surprise me. I genuinely think he's got that talent. But I'm not going to overhype him too much because of who is this Savinho kid? We signed him in the summer and Reece James is injured again. It's silly, man. I don't know what it is. Is it just his body? If it is it's a shame. Or is Chelsea's medical team just that bad? I caught wind of that. It's a minor hamstring injury. It's crazy. Yeah, I feel bad to an extent for Reece James. It must suck getting the amount of injuries he does. It must absolutely suck. Does he even have 100 Chelsea appearances? He probably does, but like, oh my lord, he has picked up a horrendous amount of injuries for Chelsea. It's crazy. You just can't get away with them. Can't get away from them even. And I feel bad to an extent. You know, I'd hate to be in that position. You know, he's not even 25 yet. And he's picking up so many injuries, the poor lad. Now then, am I happy that he won't be playing against City? Absolutely, because he absolutely cooked Jeremy Doku at Stamford Bridge last season. He absolutely had him on toast. I disagreed with Jeremy Doku playing that game as well. I made it very vocal. Connect is currently 15 years old and is in the Al Ittihad Stadium. Blink Connect, if I was in the Al Ittihad Stadium, that'd be mental. I'm not 15. It's only a month, so he should be back. Yeah, it's not the worst. United is going to be in a title race, I think. I'm curious to what will happen with them. I think injuries could play a huge part. Bavary James had a suspension and red card last season, so he couldn't play anyways. I think. All right, moving on to the next one. Eze. This story's kind of always been floating around ever since David Ornstein said last summer that after KDB got injured, that we were looking at Eze, and Fabrizio came out and said we were looking at Nunes. We bought Nunes. This story's always kind of been floating around. And look, I genuinely don't think this is going to happen until I hear something big on it. I haven't heard Fabrizio speak about this. David Ornstein hasn't even brought it back up. I just hear minor journalists speaking about it. Personally, I don't know. It's a big gamble. Oh man, I've just realised I've messed up his stats somehow. He's meant to have 17 GNA. I've completely messed that up. He's meant to have 17 GNA there. 1 injury, 5 games missed is right. And I think he's played about that many games as well. Not the exact number, but around there. Did I get all this right? Yeah, I got that right. But he's meant to have 17 GNA, not 0. Oh my lord, so many comments. Absolutely not. Eze's in my fantasy, so don't leave. How come Eze got 2 red? Yeah, I've messed up on the cards as well. GNA got 17. I think he got like 5 yellows and he got no reds. Ignore the reds. Silly mistake. If Man City doesn't win the league, who would? Probably Arsenal. Yeah, Savio will be my starter. Leave that tiny club. Big hack. But look, I genuinely don't think this is going to happen. I don't actually think I've covered it this season, surprisingly. I covered it back a year ago when we got linked to him, but yeah, I genuinely don't see this happening, and I feel like more links would have happened if he really was this level of player. The Community Shield curse has... Oh, wait. We'll get on to Micah Hamilton in a moment. Let me just read comments. Community Shield curse has activated for Man City. On this, by the way, I would like to mention Man City, over the last 10 years, 9 of the Community Shield winners, not including the one just gone, 9 of the Community Shield winners haven't gone on to win the league. We did go on to win the league in that one season. 1 out of 10 seasons, a team did win, and it was us. This guy. Savinio as well, good man. Hey, I'd like to mention if anyone's giving hate to Savinio, okay, I'm not. This isn't pointed towards City fans. Savinio got assisted the assist for Oscar Bob, and that's something we tend to praise Grealish for. Savinio gets the ball to Rico Lewis, slips it to Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob sends Martinez, chips one over, and Bernardo gets his head on it. Quite literally what happened. Anyway, Middlesbrough and Hamilton. Look, Micah Hamilton played a little bit of minutes for City last season. Took City fans by surprise as well, getting 2 GNA in the time they did play. Look, there wasn't a lot of time to really analyse him, but he looked an exciting player. Why was you drunk for the FA Cup final? I wasn't, but City fans. Hey, that Nunes pen took me by surprise. It looks like Nunes is going to be staying. And to be fair, he took me by surprise against United when he came on. I think he actually did decent. I hope Nunes does well this season. I've given him a lot of flack. So, I'm really hoping that he does do well because he's going to be with us. I wonder where Evans' pen is. Vardio's defo drunk. Oh, that was a silly ball. Before Nunes' pen, I was like, this is for United. Shuts me up. I was worried with Nunes. He looked nervous, but blinking out, no, he took it well. I don't even know. And I'm the championship expert. Hamilton, like I said just a minute ago, he played in the Champions League mainly for City last season, got 2 games in, and he got an assist in one, I think a goal in another, or it may have been 2 goal contributions in one of them. And he impressed off the wing for City. He scored a really nice goal as well. It was a very nice goal. Now then, there wasn't a lot of time to really analyse. He signed a 4-year deal with for Middlesbrough. Transfer value of 2 mil. We got 4.10 million euros for him. But what I would like to say, this is actually probably the best thing that could have happened to Micah Hamilton this summer. Micah Hamilton he's 21 this year. He needed to leave to get the experience elsewhere, at another club. Now then, you could argue a loan was a better move, but a loan, it kind of gives you the uncertainty. If he does bad, he comes back to you. But if he does bad at Middlesbrough, then they keep him. But if he does good at Middlesbrough, he has an 11 million buyback. It's a great deal. Do you know what this almost reminds me of? Funnily enough, Hull City mentioned incoming. It makes me think about Hull City and Aston Villa and David Philogene. Is that his name? David? I can't remember. But we'll say Philogene because I know that's definitely his last name. Philogene signs for Hull City on a permanent deal. Does well. Villa have a relatively cheap buyback. I think it's like under 20 million. Jaden Philogene, and they have a relatively low buyback. Other clubs interested, they come in, don't even need to bother negotiating with Hull, and suddenly they've got a decent winger in their ranks for a very cheap price. And that is the kind of deal we're getting here with Micah Hamilton. I'm thinking, now and will it work out as well? Who knows? Remains to be seen. I hope it works out, and I'll try to keep an eye on him best I can during the season, try to see how he does. Who knows? Maybe we'll play with him maybe we'll play him in the Carabao Cup or something. Maybe. It's a low chance because we have to be drawn against them out of the tons of team we could play. But that concludes Micah Hamilton. Moving on. But Finley Burns, another Hull City mention. Would you look at this? It's the most Hull Cities have been mentioned by myself in terms of the actual stream. Now then, this guy's 21, turned 21. He's not turning 22. He is a defender, and he signed for Hull on loan. I don't think there's a buy option, and so I think he will come back to City inevitably at the end of the season, like Liam Delap. Now then, this deal did go through a couple of days ago, as did Micah Hamilton. I'm kind of using this stream to also catch up on the academy deals. I literally know nothing about this guy, but he's getting on a bit in terms of an academy player. He's 21 now. He's older than Savinio, for reference. So, Finley Burns played yesterday. He was solid, not great, not bad. Then we have him for 2 years. He might do, to be honest. I really don't know. His contract with us is till 2027. I'm pretty sure I read online that his contract with you guys is till 2025, but I might be wrong. Glimpse says one. I'm not going to lie, you guys might be my source of information in terms of Finley Burns on streams and all that, because I don't watch Championship, not because I don't like it, but because I'm always watching the Prem. I don't really get around to watching the Championship. Although when there is a super high scoring match, sometimes I watch the highlights. He played no minutes for us last season. And Finley Burns, there was no record of injury for him either. He's only worth 1 mil, so even if Hull did buy him, it would probably be a similar deal to Micah Hamilton, in all honesty. So it's an interesting one. Finley Burns, I hope he does well. He came on in the 93rd minute. Blinking heck. I know Micah Hamilton didn't get any minutes. He was on bench for Middlesbrough in the last match. I have the best source. Bites Frost. Oh, no, he says JK. I thought he came on the 70th. Well, either way, he's at you guys now, and he better get minutes throughout the season. If I see, he'll bring him back and load him out to a different team. Finley Burns is better than me. He's better than me as well, to be honest. Connect only does streams to talk about her in another reality, in another universe. There's whole Connect out there somewhere, or HCFC. But again, I don't know a lot about this guy, so we are going to move on. Onto my final graphic for this. It's Sissoko, another academy player who has been loaned out. He's a midfielder, CDM kind of area. He's at Peterborough, who we do tend to loan a few players out to from time to time. And this is where he is currently. He did play. Oh, little voice crack there. He has played for Peterborough now. And, he played one match with them. That's not the game I've written down there, by the way. That says 23-24. He played 14 minutes for us last season in a Champions League game. Peterborough mid the team compared to Hull. Are they in it? Where are they? He looks good in that shirt. But Sissoko, he did play in Peterborough's defeat, and he played the majority of the game too, about 64 minutes. So rough debut for him, it seems, but hopefully it picks up. Oh, breaking neck. I have to go now. Yeah, I hope Peterborough do well, but simply for Sissoko's sake. He's been loaned out. He's worth $1.5 million, so not too bad for an academy player that has barely played minutes for the first team. Connect voice crack. Oh, they're bad. Maybe my voice is getting deeper, like this. But we'll see, I guess. Connect wants Hull to get promoted. Hey, it'd be nice to do Hull match previews and even live watch-alongs. Only for when City play them. Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll draw in the cup. Iconic. Why didn't you post the bloopers? They're different. They've been a bigger challenge than I thought they'd be. I was hoping to get them finished for today. I was hoping to do a year one compilation of bloopers. I haven't given up on them, but I'm struggling to find the streams, in all honesty. I didn't even know there was other Manchester team before I signed for Man U. That's a year. That really concludes my academy players and all that. Hello, MCFR. Welcome to the chat. I'm at a barbecue. It's so hot. I know it's so hot as well. Like this. Connection's only talking about Hull in this stream. I've spoken about Hull for probably about 5 minutes because of Finley Burns, and I briefly mentioned Micah Hamilton comparing him to Jaden Philogene. It's a long story. But that does conclude everything I have to talk about. We didn't talk about too much so far, if you're wondering. Mainly Ederson. To begin, I got over him quite quick, as I did Eze as well, because I really don't think there's anything in the Eze story. And then I spoke about our free academy outgoings that happened not super recently, but relatively recently. Hope the stream went well. Yeah, it's gone pretty well. It's been quite a fun one, to be fair. A good interaction, which has been great. We need Papa Connect Raw. I know we had to cancel coming on last night. He had to cancel, shamefully. But hey, who knows? Hopefully he'll be back for next season at some point. Now I just had a hot dog roll. I'm waiting for my hot dogs and burger roll. I've got burgers, not for a barbecue, but I've got burgers waiting for me upstairs. And not from a barbecue or from like McDonald's either. My dad has cooked them in the kitchen. But either way, thank you all for tuning in. I've really appreciated this chat. It's been a fun one. It really has. It hasn't been too solid apart from this random Savinio guy going United. I bet it's someone trolling. Well, it obviously is someone trolling, but like someone that is actually a viewer. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate your support as usual. I'm pretty sure I'm back tomorrow on MCFR's channel. Sorry if I spilt the beans there. But thank you all. I will see you all. Oh, wait. I'll see you all in the next one. Feel free to like and subscribe, even though I'm pretty sure most of you already have. See ya.